What if I told you there was a way to quickly accumulate extremely high quantities of wealth? What if I told you that virtually all self-made millionaires and billionaires have employed this precise approach to amass their wealth, and that nothing is preventing you from accomplishing the same? And no, this has nothing to do with the law of attraction or finding a wealthy spouse. We know you're smarter than that. Let's get started. Welcome to Skrilla, the source of inspiration for aspiring millionaires. Asymmetric opportunities, or asymmetric risks, are when the benefits outweigh the costs of participation with a reasonable chance of success. Believe it or not, you encounter asymmetric risk-reward ratios in all aspects of life. Essentially, the objective is to identify circumstances in which you can lose a little, but win significantly if things go your way. Did you know that the majority of people will never be wealthy? One of the main causes is that regular people don't comprehend the idea of asymmetry. They are used to marginal victories and shocking, infrequent losses. Someone who persistently works at a job for a low income until the economy changes and they suddenly find themselves out of a job is a good example of this. Adopting risk is the only strategy for thriving in this type of socioeconomic environment. Volatility can't be eliminated, so utilize it to your advantage to win large instead of dying trying. When you establish a business or join one where you hold stock, you are taking on an additional form of asymmetric risk. At most, you might lose your time and any potential risk you perceive, but if the business succeeds, the outcome might be life-altering. One example of asymmetry, for example, is the wager in this particular video. To develop material that endures forever, we have invested time and money. We will continue to receive a return as long as people continue to find it worthwhile and consume it. Asymmetric bets can be made on any kind of content. Create a blog, a podcast, a video, a tweet with ideas, and a social media post. These all have the ability to reach millions of people, and there are significant side effects besides gaining online likes. If you apply it to digital goods, it works amazingly well. Make it an ebook instead of a book to reduce manufacturing costs to the time spent composing it. The scalability advantages are the same for a digital course. Once it is created, it can be sold as often as there are willing buyers. There are asymmetric opportunities in every area of your life and environment. People risk their safety to relocate to large cities for this reason. Moving to a big city gives you access to possibilities and people that are unavailable in small towns. The same is true of international travel. Performing all of this while you are still young carries the highest asymmetric risk of them all. You still have enough time to get back even if nothing works out. You may meet different types of people and determine what kind of spouse you genuinely want by going on as many first dates as you can. The drawback is that you have to move on to the next date if it just doesn't work out. Finding your true love and the person you will spend the majority of your remaining days with is the upside, though. Going out on dates or to parties is inexpensive, but you never know who you'll run into or what type of influence they might have on you. Reading books is something we also do. It costs $15 and a couple hours of our time to read a book. Not every book we read is going to change our lives, but every once in a while, a very good one will appear. Through connecting certain important pieces of knowledge, fosters exponential growth for us. We attend business gatherings and purchase courses for the same reason. For me, the expense is acceptable because, given enough time, this investment will yield a 100-fold return. Asymmetrical possibilities are widely available if you look for them. The current environment is having a negative impact on traditional finance. Stock or real estate investing hardly keeps pace with inflation. The smooth and steady returns that traditional investors were used to are soon to be devoured by automation and new technologies. All of this encourages wise investors to pursue asymmetries. The theory behind this method is straightforward. While an investment's potential upside is limitless, its downside is only 100%. It's only a matter of time before one of your investments succeeds, provided you have the capacity to earn revenue on your own. Who cares if you lose 6 or 7 times if the 8th one takes care of you for the rest of your life if you can survive it? If the 8th date or book is truly a home run, who cares if the first 7 are duds? You must eliminate the emotional fear that prevents you from trying new things. Your parents' day, in which you chose one career, did it for 40 years, and then retired, is no longer the norm. You must adjust to the world we currently live in order to avoid being swept away by the impending flood. One major key to be able to take full advantage of asymmetric possibilities is to have a revenue generator. You need to be certain that money will continue to flow no matter what. Through utilizing your own capacity to turn your skills, expertise, and time into money. Ideally, you don't need much to continue living the way you are, since at this point in your life you don't have that many dependencies. Consistently invest in asymmetric opportunities as a top priority. Here are just a few ways of achieving this. Investing a set amount of money into cryptocurrency initiatives, producing one blog post or page per day, or by pressing the publish button on your podcast or YouTube channel. Plant your seeds and give them consistent watering. One of these chances will soon produce enough results for you to devote all of your attention to. The problem is that you can't predict when it will occur. Therefore, the best course of action is to keep working hard. Through education, you can lower the risk of an investment. And as long as that revenue generator keeps generating those checks on time, your future is predictable. So discover ways to earn more money than you require to survive, then continuously invest the surplus. It will change your life for the better and support our assertion that seeing this video was probably the best asymmetric bet you've ever placed. Share your thoughts with us in the comments, as your input might help someone else from our community.